Hello and welcome back to Proactive New York. Joining me this morning is David Lesser, CEO at Power REIT. David, great to see you. How are you?
Doing well. Great to see you as well.
David, the group has acquired yet another acquisition of a cultivation facility in Colorado. Tell us a bit about this one. What did you find attractive about this one?
Sure. So this property was, I would say, in a bit of distress. It had significant improvements that a prior operator was operating, but couldn't really make it all work. And so it was sitting there sort of ripe for us to pick off. They had a very high asking price listed with a broker. We ended up acquiring it for a fraction of that asking price. And we benefit from a lot of improvements that are in place that we're going to now go in and upgrade and improve, as well as add some additional space. So when completed, we're going to have 103,000 square feet of cultivation space at this property in short order, which is quite exciting because of the lead we have based on the existing infrastructure. And that'll be for a total investment on Power REIT side of $3.9 million. So on a price per square foot, this is a very compelling transaction. So we're really excited about this one.
Can you tell us a bit more about what you plan to go in and do? Tell us a bit more about the redevelopment plan.
Sure. So one of the other benefits of this property in particular that ties in with how Colorado works is that it actually is already subdivided into 5 separate lots. And so our plan is for each of those 5 lots to pursue their own license, which gives you under Colorado law a certain number of plants per license. And so we can really scale up very, very quickly as we get this property into operation with all this cultivation space we're going to build out. So we see this as a property that can scale very quickly. And because of the cost that we're in, the basis we're in at, this should be a very compelling proposition for our tenant operator because we can give them all of these improvements on a very cost-effective cost of occupancy, if you will.
And you have, as you said, already found a tenant by the name of Walsenburg Cannabis. What can you tell us about them?
So Walsenburg Cannabis is run by a gentleman named Jared Schrader, who I've now been working with quite a bit. And he most recently was running another cannabis cultivation facility in actually the same town as this property and has moved across to pursue this venture. And so he's very well poised and ready to hit the ground, literally sprinting with this opportunity. So we're really excited to work with Jared and back this venture to get this going right away.
So it sounds like you seem fairly confident that this tenant would be current on their payments.
Absolutely, that's certainly the plan. The numbers bear that out. The projection, and again, we have a unique deal structure that I think, from Power REIT standpoint, helps both to de-risk our investment, but also helps us in terms of our growth plan. And we've talked about this previously, but our lease structure, the rental payments, contemplate at the front end of the lease a full return of our invested capital, literally over 36 months after a bit of deferral at the front end to get the property up and running. So from our standpoint, that really de-risks and helps the situation. And in exchange for that sort of high front end rent that we charge our tenants, we offer them a lower long-term ongoing rent. And we think that's really a win-win and makes it a much more long-term sustainable business model for both our tenant as well as for us, which again is, I think, a good approach.
And before I let you go, any other acquisitions that you're eyeing on the horizon?
Yes, as many people who follow our stock know, we completed a rights offering. We raised a bunch of money. This takes a good step forward towards deploying that capital. And then with some of the things we have, hopefully in the not too distant future, ready for announcement, we think it's really an exciting time for our company.
Looking forward to it. David, great to see you. Thanks a lot.
Good to see you. Thank you.